outer cable housing for this rear derailleur broke right here, and it's messed up the shifting. So in this video I'm going to be replacing this section of rear derailleur cable housing, and this is a index shifting system. To start, you're going to need a pair of cable cutters. These are Park Tools CN10, and step one is to remove the cable that's secured to the rear derailleur. And to do that, I'm going to cut the end off here. And take that out, remove that, and the cable, inner cable still looks okay. And remove this section of outer cable and set that aside. Part of the cable housing ferrule is stuck inside of this rear derailleur, so I'm just going to be using this hook tool to reach in here and pull it out. Alright, so now I'm ready to cut my new cable housing to length, but before you do that you want to make sure that you get the right cable housing. If you're using index shifting, you're going to want to get compressionless cable housing. If you're using friction shifters, you can use either compressionless or wound cable housing. The wound cable housing is what you find on brake cables, but you'll still get better performance on either the indexed or wound or friction shifters using the compressionless cable housing. And you also want to get the right cable housing that will fit the diameter of your cable. And with that said, I'm going to take the old cable housing and use that to cut my new length to the right length, and then I need this end piece that broke off. Then I need to cut it right there. Then take my cable cutters and then take this pick type tool and just open up the hole at the end of the housing so the cable will go through smoothly. And now I'm ready to install it. Now to install the new cable housing, I need to install these, or route the cable through these housing end caps or ferrules, and then route the cable through the new housing. And then the ferrule for the other end. And then put the cable housing in place and route the cable through the rear derailleur. And that's it. And then just tighten down the cable in the rear derailleur, adjust the rear derailleur if I need to, and everything should be good to go. Thought I would end this video and show you what it's like to try and cut bicycle cable using these cheap diagonal cutters that you can pick up at most hardware stores. They're typical of the type of stuff you see in hardware stores. They're made in China and use low quality metal. The edge on them isn't really great, and then of course I have the Park Tool cable cutters. But just watch what happens when you try and cut this cable. It just completely mashes it down. I'll try and be fair. Let's just try and do it real quick. But it just leaves you with a flatter end that's more likely to unravel on you. And then with the Park Tool, just cleaner cut, just more rounded, easier to route through tight spots like those tight ferrules that I installed. And then with the outer part of the cable, it's impossible to cut with these cutters. They're just not, just can't get enough leverage, and they're not sharp enough. But with the Park Tool, they're pretty easy. So anyway, those are the cable cutters, and thanks for watching.